Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another D-Money video. In this video, I'm going to go over the changes that I'd like to see come to Standard and why. Also, we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers on the channel, so if you could help your boy out with a subscription, it is totally free. All you gotta do is click on that red button down below, and it would help out immensely. Without further ado, let's get into it. The first card that I think is on a lot of people's mind is Iron Deep Trog. Now, this card is very strong. It's actually probably one of the strongest cards of the set. It's kind of like a disruption card, but for certain like spell-heavy decks. The card is a bit too strong, especially in certain classes like Paladin and Hunter. So I feel like it should go to at least 2 mana. And 2 mana, if they do put it to 2 mana, it's got to get a little bit of a buff as well. So 2 mana 2/2 I think is pretty fair. That's my change there. Next card we got is Humongous Owl, another very high up there card on a lot of people's lists, and I think it's a very obvious change that it should only hit minions. Next change that has been on people's minds for a long time now is Octobot. I think it should go to 3 mana 1/4. Usually when they do nerf things, when they do increase the mana cost of cards, they do increase the stats as well, but this card's so strong that I don't even think the stats really matter too much. I think it's fine still at a 1/4. It's probably still strong. Bolner, I would like to see get changed to a 3 mana 1/5, so giving it a slight buff on these stats. But I thought about this for a while because the Shaman OTK, the new Shaman OTK, which really isn't too new, with the Yashiraj plus Bolner combo, it's pretty easy to get off. And putting Bolner to 3 mana actually makes it so you have to have both Lightning Blooms, or else you cannot play both of them unless you do discount the Yashiraj with the weapon, the gavel. So I think it's so hard to actually get rid of that combo without just getting rid of Yashiraj. I don't really want to get rid of combos per se, but I do want to make them weaker and slower so that you do have time to maybe fight back on board or get to your disruption cards. Yeah. Next change I have is Celestial Alignment to 8 mana. I think this card is very strong and it's going to be in the game for a long time still, so it's not like it's rotating out soon, and it really creates a lot of scenarios that are not fun for your opponent. You can't really play around it most of the time. When you only get to play 1 card a turn, your opponent gets to play like 20. It can be a bit unfair, so I'd like to see it be slowed down a little bit. I think that's really the only thing you could change for that deck. I do think Moonlake Guidance was a pretty good runner-up for a nerf as well. The next change I have is something I've been trying to get done for, I've been hoping is going to get changed for a long time now, which is Librarium of Hope to 10 mana, which it's a slight change, but I think that card has been too strong since it's been released, and I'll keep preaching that over and over. So I'd like to see that get changed. I know it's rotating out in the new year, and the last changes I have here are not nerfs per se. They are just rotating the cards out of Standard, which is kind of a big deal. But I feel like we need, like, this list would go on so much longer with nerfs in order to like fix the game. I feel like we just need to have, like, we're going to be playing with this meta for the next 4 months. I really would like, I mean, of course we're going to get a mini set, but I think it's totally reasonable to rotate cards out that are going to be rotated out. I think it's reasonable to rotate them a little early. And I think 2 cards that need to be rotated out early are Moarg Artificer and Mozaki. I mean, Moarg Artificer has been a strong card forever, and it's been used in so many different decks to do a lot of combos, a lot of heal combos as well. Taking that out of the game is going to get rid of the Il'gynoth combo in Demon Hunter, and it's going to, I think, solve a lot of issues with Warlock. So, I mean, maybe if you fix Moarg, then you don't even have to, if you rotate out Moarg, you don't even have to change the Owl, but you probably still might. You probably should. But, yeah, I like that one a lot, and also Mozaki. I don't know how you really, if you don't rotate out Mozaki, you would have to change a lot of things in the mage deck, because Mozaki is just, like, you're getting OTKs off on turn 7 and 8 very consistently. Very strong combo. You can get it off very early, and there's really not a lot of play around. I mean, you can Mutanus it, you have to get lucky though, you have to know when it's in their hand. It's pretty rough stuff. And those are my changes. I think that regardless of what changes we see, it's always nice to see buffs come along with the nerfs as well. So I don't have any buffs in mind. There's so many cards that could use a buff that are just unplayable right now. And doing these nerfs, putting out nerfs in general, is going to change the metagame, and it's going to make other cards, like, warranted. Like, it's going to give other cards a reason to get a buff. So it's very hard to really come up with buffs off the top of my head. I did think about it for a bit, but I like just I'm putting out these nerfs. These are my suggested changes for the game to make standard more playable for at least me, and I'm assuming a lot of other people. I think, like I said before in a previous video, I do like the expansion overall, and I think it's going in a good direction, the game, but there's still these very overpowered combo decks that you can't play around, and I very much dislike that. So, I mean, let me know down below what you think. If you like my changes, if you have any other changes that you're thinking of that we should get, or if you just hate my changes and you think that I'm stupid, let me know down below. Love to hear from you, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.